what did we learn today about ChatGPT-5? It came out, I watched it. I wasn't impressed by anything. I'll be totally honest. So am I alone in this? Underwhelmed?
I think that's fair. I will say I tried it out today. If you are an OpenAI subscriber, you can just go right now and it's live and go to chatgpt.com. It didn't. It was only like an hour.
It's there for me now.
Yeah, an hour before we went live, it popped up. And I will say, here's one thing I tested it on. So for Honest Trailers a while ago, we had this question. We were writing jokes about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And we were like, there's a lot of shows that were inspired by Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And I went to ChatGPT and I was like, give me a list of every show other than Buffy that also has like high school kids, monster hunting, fantasy, but it's also realistic. And the answers I got from GPT 4.0, they were okay. I tried it again today with 5. They're much better. It's you get more thorough answers, but you get more correct ones. There's always like, it's 50-50. Like, these are good answers. These answers were not exactly what I was looking for. 5, I do think, is closer to like 80-90% of the answers are what I'm looking for. Fewer false positives. So I do think on a personal level, it does seem to have a little bit of an upgrade. Having said that, watching the presentation, it seemed a little inside baseball, a lot of it for me. Like, it wasn't like stuff that was there to wow you. It was like, well, okay, that is cool. That's a cool thing.
I just did a search. Please tell me what was discussed on the last 5 episodes of the All In podcast in bullet points with related links to news stories. Didn't do it. Claude would have crushed this.
Claude actually would have probably crushed that, I will say, based on my experience.
I mean, okay, it's supposed to be faster, better, cheaper. Yeah, but you also need to have the wow. And the thing they showed, the first thing I noticed, which I'm sure is in the docket here, was a lovable
coding,
app building coding, but more vibe coding than a co-pilot like Cursor.
Yes.
So tell me about that.
So the GPT-5's ability to write applications and write and edit code got a lot of attention from the stage. We actually have a little clip of Michael Truell from Cursor demoing that GPT-5 is already live in Cursor, so you can do your vibe coding with ChatGPT-5 right now. And it did. Like a lot of people online were saying this, that Lovable, Bolt.new, Rosebud AI, all of the Replit, all of these kinds of interfaces. Well, if people could just go right to GPT-5 and do that, are they going to be using all of these sort of third-party services? It was one of a few categories that it seemed like that might happen.
I'm going to go with yes, because I think these models are never going to do all the nooks and crannies and be able to keep up.
Right.
And so, if you've got, again, back to inspiration and perspiration, you can be sure the Lovable team and the Bolt.new team, which do vibe coding, which is different than Cursor, which is more, I think, co-piloting for a developer. And the vibe coding is for non-developers. My guess right now is it's going to be much more, I think it's going to, excuse me, I think we're going to see those services actually do better. And they can also change their underlying model or use multiple models. So I think what I learned from the ChatGPT-5 launch today is the biggest announcement is maybe that the pricing is better.
Right.
Maybe that's the biggest thing. I have to use it a bit. This all came out, just in the last couple of hours.
Yeah, there was a tweet that you sent that I thought was interesting that also is sort of taking a sort of like the more cynical view of whether it's going to sort of just replace everything. I'll bring it up here. I'll share it. This guy, Klaas Foppen, who's an SEO guy, he had tweeted, "Goodbye, Lovable. Goodbye, Bolt. ChatGPT-5 is just going to take it from here." And then Logan Kilpatrick, who is actually a product lead for Google AI, said that's not how it works. They get to use the models by default and take on a more advanced, robust set of user problems, likely to be very positive sum for them, which is the point of building a product that benefits from model progress. Their product is X% better today. So it's kind of what we've been saying, I feel like this is always the back and forth in AI arguments is AI going to replace the person? Is AI going to replace this old way of doing things? Or is it going to level it up? And so that seems to be the debate these two guys are having as well.
I wonder if this is we're in now, and I had said this in my Nostradamus presentation I did 2 weeks. Thanks for helping on that. There is like a commodification of LLMs happening.
Exactly. This is
and
what
I saw
thought
somebody,
of.
somebody showed the circle of all of them.
Yes.
And then just moved the "you are here" to OpenAI. But even that, other people start saying, well, wait a second, here's the objective results on that. There's a human test. I forgot the name of it.
The humanity's last exam.
Okay. Humanity's last exam. I love that name.
Yeah.
It sounds like a Twilight Zone episode, right?
It sounds like we're facing a test as a species that could
Let's write a
wipe us
Twilight
out.
Zone episode,
Yeah.
and then we'll make it with we'll make a trailer for it with
Right.
VO3 or
Yeah,
something.
it's 2,500 questions, and the idea is it's from a broad range of disciplines. So it's like all sorts of human knowledge.
The key to running a successful startup company or even having a profitable portfolio, it's data. If you don't understand the numbers and you're not watching them closely like a hawk, you're literally flying blind. But how can you be sure you're getting the best and most accurate information or that you're even looking in the right place? The answer is AlphaSense. This is the world's most trusted AI platform for market intelligence. It's currently used by over 6,000 leading companies, including 88% of the S&P 100. Their expert, domain-specific AI has been trained on over 500 million business documents like earnings reports, equity research, expert interviews, filings, and more. And it's designed specifically to help your team uncover the latest financial trends. The faster and more efficient your team gets at the research, the more founders you meet, the smarter and more informed bets you can make, the greater your chances of catching a unicorn. So it's time to accelerate your entire process with deep research from AlphaSense. Start your AI search and market intelligence journey today and get deeper insights to power your business. We're even going to start you out with a free trial. Go to alpha-sense.com/twist to get started.